This one picks up after Pumza was taken out in the last episode. We go back 5 years to where Lucas is with his old mercenary squad, and it appears that they've stolen some diamonds. And as they stand around and gloat about the successful mission, they start to take fire. Lucas's boy Jonah takes one to the leg and he tries to get him to safety. They make it to the truck as the men that they stole the diamonds from are closing in. So to keep his boy Jonah alive, he decides to draw their fire on him. He fights as hard as he can with the hurt leg, but as they close in, he hides behind the truck. When Lucas gets back looking for Jonah, the truck blows up, and we're back in present day where Neo is addressing the crowd, letting them know that she wants to take over Ruby's spot as head of the shelter. I swear that dude's street looked like an African D.L. Hughley. But little do they know there's a man standing behind a tree with his fist balled up. Dude's angry. Later that night, Neo walks in on Lucas while he's looking at that Bible she's trying to get with him because she's still feeling the type of way ever since he gave her that kiss at the hospital. She dropping hints, but my man's not trying to hear it. He's like,
"You need to go take a shower."
She's like, "What?" From there, we cut to an underground fight club where it's this big giant dude against a 16-year-old. So after the young boy gets knocked down a couple of times, he gets pissed and beats the snot out of the big dude. But now he wants the money they promised him if he won, but they knock him out instead. We cut the next morning with a shirtless dude with an automatic weapon staring out a window with scars on his back that is definitely Jonah from 5 years ago. And he's daydreaming about some woman. Later, Neo goes to Lucas's workshop and she wants to know why he pushes everybody away once they get close to him. She's like, "Yo, you kissed me at the hospital. How come you ain't try to hit it?" You know what I mean?
Like at the hospital, you kissed me. Didn't it mean anything to you?
Either comb that beard or shave it off. Later, Lucas is at a Skid Row type area handing out food and supplies to the homeless where he runs into this sick elderly woman who tells her that her grandson left 2 days ago to get some money for her to go see the doctor, and she hasn't seen him ever since. So he takes her back to the shelter so Neo can give her a checkup, and he gets all the information from her that he needs to find this kid, and he's out. So the old lady said that the guys that picked up her grandson David drive around at night looking for desperate men.
Want to make some money?
And of course they take Lucas to the fight club.
What's the matter, tough guy? You scared? Man, get this guy out of here, man.
So once they get him in the ring, Lucas wastes no time and lumps this dude up quick. Go to sleep. But when dude with the colorful shirt steps in and pulls his gun on Lucas, Jonah pops up and saves the day. This dude's still following Lucas around, so you know something's up. But they begin to question these dudes and find out that David, the 16-year-old they were looking for, was sold to some rich guy, and they agree to take him where they dropped him off. We switch now to the place where they're holding David, and we see that he's being held in a cell by this guy.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, this thing quickly turned into a horror flick. Because I don't know if this guy is organ harvesting or if he's one of those rich guys that movie Hostile where they pay people to bring them live people so they can just kill them for fun.
Ew, what's that?
So Lucas and Jonah are driving to the horror spot with these guys tied up in the back.
I don't even know this guy.
Lucas wants to know, if you were alive for all this time, it's been 5 years, how come you didn't let me know? But Jonah's having flashbacks because he got captured and they're torturing him, asking him where the diamonds are.
Where are my diamonds?
So when they arrive, Jonah stays outside and Lucas goes in looking for David. He finds a trap door that leads him to the cell area, and that's where he finds David. But the butcher hears him coming and tries to escape. But while Lucas is looking for him, he stumbles upon this guy's house of horrors. Look in the corner, he had another body on deck for chopping. So when Lucas goes back to the cell to get David, the butcher tries to escape in their van, but Jonah puts an end to that. But then he goes to the back of the van where they had those guys tied up, and the one guy starts begging for his life, saying he's innocent.
I'm fucking innocent.
But Jonah's like, so was she. So I guess he was talking about that female he was daydreaming about earlier. So Lucas and Jonah reunite the grandmother with the grandson. So later that night, they're sitting around having drinks and catching up. While they're joking around, Jonah says some slick shit.
At least I give my word though, right?
Lucas is like, what's that supposed to mean? But Jonah passes it off as a joke, but you know he's got some type of ulterior motive here. Jonah decides to call it a night. Then he just stands outside and stares at the window. So after Neo puts Nandi to bed, she's tired of the nonsense because Luke has been playing games.
We should get you to bed.
I'm not tired.
Neither am I.
She's like, you gonna hit this or not? And as they proceed, she goes to close the curtain. My man is still standing outside looking at the window.